Hello, and welcome to another Tech Articles. In today's article, we're going to talk about a new plugin that I've written called Blueprints. And one of the questions I get asked a lot is about blueprints, and I will do a future video about my base blueprint at some point when I do maybe more design-based tutorials. Um, but I set up a lot of websites and I have multiple ways that I do them. And several of my plugins, such as Foundations for Bricks and WP Tasks After Install, are designed to make that process easier. And I've been using a bundle program that's in Ninja Updater to install bundles, and I'm slowly working to a way where I don't necessarily have to do that, so where I can keep one centralized location and they are constantly updated. So for example, I have configurations in both Gridpane and InstaWP and the bundles in Ninja Updater. And if I make a change, for example, the gateway that allows it to have access to my premium plugins is behind a gateway that protects via a API key. If I have to change that API key because, like an idiot, I've included it in a video, then I have to log in and I have to change it for each area, and it's painful. I have to do it 3 times, make 3 changes to 3 plugins. Whereas the idea behind blueprints is that I will eventually only have to change it in one place, and it'll change everywhere else. Currently, the way I get around that is having a different API key in Ninja Updater than that's in Gridpane, than that's in InstaWP, and that's in other ways that I generate those blueprints. But the idea behind Blueprint is it will be a master plugin to install and set up a site for me. So I've got a couple of InstaWP sites here that are blank. There is nothing on them. No settings have been done. They're all identical. And in this case, you can see it's English US. There's pages still here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all use the repo version of Blueprint Deploy. And what this version does, if we open it up, I can show you. It's a really simple plugin, but all this will do is install the Kadence theme, and which is here. It'll install Shortcut and Shore Forms. It's all it's designed to do, and then it will deactivate and delete itself. So that's how this one is designed to work. That's its plan. It will install those. They'll be installed and they are ready to go. It will also install here from this URL the tasks after install, and that gets installed on every one of my installations. It's a UK-centric modification of a plugin from the repo that I've been updating on and off for the last few years. So I'm going to go over to this new site. You can see all the pages here, and I'm going to deploy the zip file from this repo. And all I'm going to do is upload this plugin from my desktop, like so. And you will see that it will pause for a second while it activates this plugin. And when it's activating, it's installing all of those plugins, the theme, and WP tasks after install. So it takes a few seconds to run, as you can see, and then it is done. So the idea behind this plugin is that you upload one plugin, which I would do via the configurator in InstaWP or bundles in Gridpane, etc. elsewhere, or equally in my bundle installer in Ninja Updater. It'll install one plugin. And if we go to plugins, you'll see that it's installed Shortcut, Shore Forms. It's removed the Blueprint plugin. And if we go to appearance, you'll see that we are running Kadence as our theme. And that's it. This site is now set up with WP tasks after install. So we're now a UK English. We've got no more pages, except for the pages for Shortcut. And we are good to go. This is now a Shortcut Shore Forms English-based website ready to start work on immediately using the Kadence theme with just the installation of one plugin. Now, behind the scenes there, it's installed these two plugins from the repo, the Kadence theme from the repo, and also pulled from GitHub, WP Task After Install. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close that down. I'm going to go back to InstaWP, and I'm going to open another one of these blank sites, which is identical to the last one. And then I'm going to run my personalized bricks version of this. You'll also notice that it cleans up this homepage as well as part of WP Tasks After Install. So we go to plugins again. There's no plugins installed. We go to pages. We've got the default pages. If we go to settings, we're on the default settings. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the same process of uploading a plugin, but this time I'm going to submit the bricks blueprint one here, and I'm going to open that, and we're going to push install. And this one's going to take a little bit longer to activate because it's got a lot more to do, because this installs almost my basic bricks builder template blueprint, complete with settings all in one go. So that's licensing bricks, that's it's doing all sorts behind the scenes. It'll install automatic CSS frames, it'll add the settings to the settings menus, it will add brick settings via the JSON loader. So what it's doing here behind the scenes is it's installing WP Task After Install, bricks, ACF, ACSS, dev kit, frames, WP code box. It's activating various bits and pieces using some license keys and some code, and it's actually done. And as well as that, it's using the bricks foundations plugin to add my settings and templates into bricks. So we've got a login template here, which is directly out of the bricks foundations for bricks example. And if we go to settings, it's loading the latest ACSS settings as well. And you can see from plugins that it's installed the plugins. And if we go down to settings, you'll see that we are again running English UK. Our pages are gone. And this site is now ready to go and deploy in with uploading a single plugin. I have got a bricks builder website set up, ready to go with my settings via those plugins. And this is what Blueprint is about. This is why I've written Blueprint. And I've been using Blueprint now for a little while behind the scenes. And I've decided that I'm happy that it works how I want it to work now. I still want to make this deactivate and delete work more like the one for foundations and WP Tasks After Install. And that's still work in progress. But the actual bones of how this works well. I haven't just got a bricks version. I have a Kadence version. I have an Elementor version. I have a main WP version for testing main WP installations. So all of these things that you see that I have that test installs for, this is how I do it. And I tend to export settings and re-import them using their JSON importers, like how it works with foundations, to try and save having to do all that manual setup every time. So yes, I do have traditional blueprints, and I do use traditional blueprints. And in fact, my two direct admin installations are based on that way of working. I have several blueprints set up, and I can clone them within my installation quite comfortably. So if I push this button on my Stream Deck, it will open up a login, and I'll log in. So I'll log in here, and it will open it straight away into cloning a base blueprint for me into a new domain or subdomain. So I do have blueprints, and I do have ways of working with blueprints to make them quicker. But for when I want to quickly fly up a test site with optimum conditions exactly as I want it, rather than having backups and restoring them, I tend to use Blueprint. So I wanted to do a video on Blueprint, show you a Blueprint as it is on the repo, and a customized bricks version of Blueprint that I use. The hope being that it will give you an idea of how you can bundle it, particularly with a couple of my other plugins if you're a bricks user. And from the UK, WP Task After Install and Foundations makes setting up a bricks blueprint really simple. And in fact, I would be really keen to see to do other versions. Currently, Foundations is built around ACSS, but if somebody wants to give me setting files for advanced framework, for example, or core framework, I'm happy to create versions that run for those as well, that import those setting files into those programs, because I have them both. I don't actively use them, so there's no point me publishing my own settings files. I'd have to find somebody that did use them and copy them and then release them. But if somebody has them, they are well using them, I can create a version of Foundations that will run for that, or somebody can fork Foundations and do it for me. Well, I hope this has been of use to you. Please do like and subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think about Blueprint. Thanks for watching.